Hey guys, it's Shortcakey. How you doing? Hope you're doing good today. Today I'm going to do the top 50 top ranked movies and who starred in them and how many awards they won. So, here we go. Hope you like it. Coming in at number 50 is Raging Bull, which was released in 1980, starred Robert De Niro, Kathy Moriarty, great actress, and Joe Pesci. Awards won 24. And coming in at 49 is Aliens, well-known movie, which was released in 1986, starring Sigourney Weaver, Michael Bine, and Carrie Henn. Awards won on that movie is 20. Coming in at 48 is Reservoir Dogs, released in 1992, starred Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, and Michael Madsen. Awards won 9. Coming in at 47, my favorite movie of all time. Well, one of them is WALL-E. Little robot, so cute, and Eve, WALL-E. That was released in 2008, starring Ben Burt, Elisa Knight, Jeff Garlin. That one won 90 awards. Coming in at 46, not too familiar with this movie, is The Treasure of the Sierra Madre. That was released in 1948, starring Humphrey Bogart, Walter Hudson, and Tim Holt. That one won 15 awards. Coming in at 45 is Whiplash. That was released in 2014, starring Miles Teller, J.K. Simmons, and Melissa Benoist. That one won 91. Not too shabby. Coming in at 44 is Some Like It Hot, classic movie. That was released in 1959, starring Marilyn Monroe, the original blonde bombshell, Tony Curtis, and Jack Lemmon. That one won 10. Kind of surprised on that one, actually. Coming in at 43 is Double Indemnity, another classic. That was released in 1944. That starred Fred MacMurray, Barbara Stanwyck, and Edward G. Robinson. That one, ouch, won 2. Coming in at 42, another Robert De Niro movie, kind of another classic, is Taxi Driver. That was released in 1976, again starring Robert De Niro, Jodie Foster, and Sybil Shepherd. That one won 22. Coming in at 41 is an Alfred Hitchcock movie, I believe, is Vertigo. That was released in 1958, starring James Stewart, Kim Novak, and Barbara Bel Geddes. That one won 8 awards. Coming in at 40 is On the Waterfront, classic black and white movie. That was released in 1954, starring Marlon Brando, Carl Malden, and Lee J. Cobb. That one won 29, so not too bad. Coming in at 39, a war movie, and I know y'all are probably familiar with it. Saving Private Ryan. That was released in 1998. Oh God, that was the year I graduated from high school. Anyways, again, released in 1998, starring Tom Hanks, Matt Damon, and Tom Sizemore. That one, 79. Coming in at 38 is Inception. That was released in 2010, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, butchered that one, and Ellen Page. Seriously? This one won 156 awards, so not bad at all. Coming in at 37, oh, I know we're all familiar with this one. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Rings. That was released in 2001. Elijah Wood, Ian McKellen, and Orlando Bloom. That one won 117 awards. So, it's good. Coming in at 36, Hello Clarice. We all know that line. Released in 1991, Silence of the Lambs. Starring Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins, and Lawrence A. Bonnie.
Okay.
Sorry about that. That won 54 awards. Well, yeah, I kind of heard that won more awards, but eh. Alright, coming in at 35 is Chinatown. That was released in 1974, starring Jack Nicholson, Faye Dunaway, and John Huston, sorry. And that one won 21. Coming in at 34, classic to my heart, near and dear. Lawrence of Arabia, released in 1962, starring a young Peter O'Toole, Alec Guinness, and Anthony Quinn. That one won 30 awards. Coming in at 33, Alien, released in 1979, year I was born. God, I feel old. Starring Sigourney Weaver, Tom Skerritt, and John Hurt. That one won 17 awards. So, thought it would have won more with all the scares and everything, and the actors and actresses, but, nah. Coming in at 32, classic Charlie Chaplin movie, and probably a deal of controversy then and now, is The Great Dictator. Released in 1940, was Charlie Chaplin, Paulette Goddard, and Jack Oakie. This one won 6 awards back then. Coming in at 31 is North by Northwest, released in 1959, starring Cary Grant, Eva Marie Saint, and James Manson. That one won 8 awards. But it's a classic, so. Singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a wonderful feeling, just singing in the rain. Yes, we know that one. Coming in at 30 is Singing in the Rain, released in 1952, starring Gene Kelly, Donald O'Connor, and Debbie Reynolds. That one won 5 awards. Coming in at 29 is Paths of Glory. Now, this is a classic black and white one. Kirk Douglas. Did I say the release date? 1957. Sorry. Ralph Meeker and Adolf Menhu, or I think that's how you say his last name. That one won 4 awards. Coming in at 28, again, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Released in 2002, Elijah Woods, Ian McKellen, and Viggo Mortensen. Or Mortensen. I know I'm butchering these names, I'm sorry. That one won 119 awards. So that's awesome, pretty good. Coming in at 27 is Apocalypse Now. That was released in 1979, starring Martin Sheen, Marlon Brando, Robert Duvall. Great actors. That movie won 20 awards. Coming in at 26, now I haven't heard this movie, so I'm going to have to look it up and see what it's about. It's a classic, 1950. All About Eve, starring Bette Davis, Ann Baxter, and George Sanders. That movie won 23. So not too bad. Back in those days, I guess. And a classic movie coming in at 25. I'm pretty sure we all watch it at Christmas time. Is It's a Wonderful Life. Released in 1946, starring James Stewart, Donna Reed, and Lionel Barrymore. That one, which I'm surprised, won 6 awards. I thought it won more awards than that, given the classic part of it. Huh. Coming in at 24. Dun, 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 dun. Is Star Wars Episode... Oh my god, I can't read. A New Hope. So it was the first one that came out. 1977, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher. Won 56 awards. Now I know I'm going to get a lot of hate on that one because I cannot read it. I think it's Episode 4, New Hope. I hope I'm right on that. I'm sorry, all you Star Wars fan. I know I probably butchered that. Coming in at 23, Psycho. Came out in 1960, starring Anthony Perkins, Janet Leigh, and Vera Miles. Awards won 6. Nope, 4, sorry. 4 awards. Coming in at 22, Rear Window. Released in 1954, starring James Stewart, Grace Kelly, and Wendell Corey. Now this movie won 6 awards. Coming in at 21, another Charlie Chaplin movie is Modern Times. That was released in 1936, again starring Charlie Chaplin, Paulette Goddard, and Henry Bergman. That one won 4 awards. Coming in at 20, near and dear to my heart. Of course, all Disney movies are near and dear to my heart. It's Toy Story 3. Released in 2010, starring Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, and Joan Cusack. Awards won a respectable 60. So that's good. That's good. Coming in at 19 is Citizen Kane. So I know we're all familiar with this one here. Released in 1940, starring Orson Welles, Joseph Cotten, and Dorothy Comingore. Awards won 10. Coming in at 18 is Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Released in 1964, starring Peter Sellers, George C. Scott, and Sterling Hayden. Awards won 60. Coming in at 17 is Once Upon a Time in the West. released in 1968, starring Henry Fonda, Charles Bronson, Claudia Cardinale. Awards won, 4. Coming in at 16, love this movie. Dun 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 dun. Raiders of the Lost Ark, released in 1981, Harrison Ford, Cary Allen, Paul Freeman. Awards won, 34. Coming in at 15 is Sherlock Jr., classic movie, released in 1924, starring Buster Keaton, Catherine Maguire, and Joe Keaton. Awards won, 1. Coming in at 14, another classic, City Lights, released in 1931, starring Charlie Chaplin, Virginia Sherrill, Florence Lee. Awards won, 3. Coming in at 13, here's looking at you, kid. Casablanca, released in 1942, starring Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman, and Paul Henreid. Awards won, 8. Coming in at number 12, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, released in 1966, starring Clint Eastwood, Eli Walsh, and Lee Van Cleef. Awards won, really? 1. You think we had more? Wow. Alright. Coming in at number 11 is Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, released in 1980, starring Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher. Awards won, 22. Coming in at number 10, classic movie, is Sunset Boulevard, released in 1950, William Holden, Gloria Swanson, and Eric von Stroheim. Awards won, 18. So not too bad. Coming in at number 9 is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, released in 1975, Jack Nicholson, Louise Fletcher, Michael Berryman. Awards won, 35. Coming in at number 8, classic, sure everyone knows this one, Goodfellas, released in 1990, starring Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci. Awards won, 38. Coming in at number 12, 12 Angry Men, Henry Fonda, Lee J. Cobb, and Martin Balsam. Awards won, 16. Coming in at number 6 is The Dark Knight. Nice. This was Heath Ledger's last movie, as he was playing the Joker. Dark role for him, and he did a good job playing the Joker. But in my opinion, and I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, even though Heath Ledger did do a good job, and in my opinion, nobody could have played the Joker better than Jack Nicholson. Sorry, but that's my opinion. Awards won on this one, 153. Number 5, Schindler's List, released in 1993, starring Liam Neeson, Ralph Fiennes, I think I said that right, and Ben Kingsley. Awards won, 79. Coming in at number 4. Now, I never got this movie because it was so confusing to me, but Pulp Fiction, released in 1994, starring John Travolta, Uma Thurman, and Samuel L. Jackson. Now that one won 61 awards. Coming in at number 3 is dun, 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 is the Shawshank Redemption. Now, that's a classic for most people. Released in 1994, that starred Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, and Bob Gunton. That one won 19 awards. Coming in at number 2, The Godfather, Part 2. Released in 1974, starring Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and Robert Duvall. That came in with 16 awards. So, not too bad. And coming in at number 1, gonna make you an offer you can't refuse, is The Godfather. Released in 1972, starring Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, and James Caan. This one came in with 26 awards. So those were the top 50 movies that were ranked. I hope you liked this video. If you did, leave a like and comment. Love you guys. Smooches and hugs. Mwah!